Good evening and welcome to this service, a special time to remember our loved ones. I'm glad that you have found the strength to be together with us. My name is Debbie and I'm a chaplain with NHS Tayside, and together with staff from the Cornhill Macmillan Centre here in Perth, it is our privilege to offer this space to you today. I invite you to take a moment now to leave behind the busyness and concerns of this day, to be present here as we begin our acts of reflection and remembering. You may be here alone. You may be here with others. You may be family or a friend who has come along to support a loved one. You may have a faith or no faith, different beliefs or none at all. You may draw your strengths from various sources and different values. But here we are, united in grief, in gratitude, and in remembering. C.S. Lewis said, "We hurt because we love. But when the pain of loss becomes too much, we are tempted to close the door and say, 'I don't care anymore.' But we do care, and we are here because we care, and because we carry on loving." So it is our hope that this service will not just be a remembering, but that it will be a part of your healing. You are choosing not to forget, but to say that these loved ones matter to you, and though their lives were cut short, they had such a lot of love. And when others pass you in the street, they may never know all that you have been through, but here in this place, at least to one another, we know. I'd like to focus for a moment on the 2 trees with all the wooden hearts which have been sent in with your thoughts, prayers and memories of your loved ones. These trees will be placed in the sanctuary at Cornhill as a memorial to all the loved ones who have died in this last year. If you have not yet been able to return your messages, please do so and they will be added to the trees. I'd like you to join with me now as we read together, "This time is for us." The response, "This time is for us," in bold lettering, is for us all to say together. This time is for us. If you come in certainty or confusion, in anger or in anguish, this time is for us. If you come in silent suffering or hidden sorrow, out of your pain or because you promised, this time is for us. If you come for your own or another's need, for a private wound or the wounds of the world, this time is for us. If you come and you are not sure why to be here is enough, this time is for us. So with sorrow and memories, grief and remembrance, we have come to find a time and a space to be still, to find strength, to know we are not alone on our journey. This time is for us.
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of the rolling world can be turned away, and slowly learn. And the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and reason to the wild outdoors. When the heart of the star-crossed Voyager beats in time with yours. Can you feel the love tonight? Tonight is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. Can you feel the love tonight? Tonight, I was laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very
Take a walk down by the water when the quiet of the day soft descends, and sit for a while with your thoughts there, and recall once again absent friends. Let the quietness softly invade you, hear their voice whisper soft and so clear. Smile with a smile that would warm you inside when their voice whispers softly, I'm here. Think on your lives and how they touched you, and how like a bird they have flown, yet never forget what they gave you, that promise you're never alone. For that which they left you is priceless, a legacy none could betray. For no one can touch what they placed in your heart, and no one can take it away. Be of the moment and bless it, hold tender and sacred its peace. Hold up your love and confess it, may the joys you two shared never cease. Sadness, they say, is what happens when happiness leaves for a while. Grief seldom knows the meaning of joy, nor gives love a reason to smile. Let the days of your happiness hold you, till a time when together once more, the love that now keeps and enfolds you will unite you as never before.
Thank you to everyone who is attending virtually this evening. We are very sorry that we cannot actually be with you physically to share this precious time to remember your loved ones. My name is Dr. Claire Douglas and I'm a consultant at Cornhill and have been for the past 10 years. Normally, the bereavement service is an opportunity for us to reconnect with families and friends who we have supported when their loved ones have been dying, to share a cup of tea or perhaps a hug, and to reflect on the work that we do. This year, it is very different for everyone. We cannot see your faces or have a cup of tea or even a hug. The COVID pandemic has changed so much of how our society functions, our day-to-day lives, our ability to spend time with friends and family, how we care for the sick, how we care for the dying, and how we care for the bereaved. For those of you who lost a loved one before the pandemic, we realise that the grief and loneliness that you have experienced since then may well have been compounded by the physical distancing restrictions that have been present since March. For those of you who lost someone during the pandemic, we acknowledge how unbelievably distressing the restrictions have been for our patients and yourselves, whether a person has died of COVID-19 or another illness. Not being able to be present at the exact moment you needed to talk to your loved one, not being able to sit and hold your loved one's hand, or being unable to have all the important family and friends present to say goodbye must have been incredibly painful. We can only imagine how much anguish this has caused. However, with regard to the patients that we have cared for, both before and during COVID times, we continue to be amazed at how patients cope with adversity. It is incredible how people are able to show such dignity, courage, humour, selflessness and pragmatism despite facing death. They can still find something positive in their situation, have courageous conversations and express gratefulness for their care, even if we cannot change the ultimate outcome. It is very humbling. Knowing that a loved one is dying and then living with grief produces such a complex range of emotions, and this reaction can be different for everyone. However, we are also amazed at the strength and dignity that friends and family show when faced with losing someone that is precious to them. We're in a very privileged position to care for people at this difficult and extremely important time of life. How someone leaves this world has a profound impact on the lives of those they leave behind. We hope that we care for them with as much compassion as possible, and our thoughts are with you all this evening. We are grateful for your virtual presence and hope that this service brings a degree of comfort in your grief. I'd like to finish with a quote by an anonymous author. "Grief is the last act of love we can give to those we loved. Where there is deep grief, there was great love." Thank you.
Didn't know today would be our last, or that I'd have to say goodbye to you so fast. I'm so numb I can't feel anymore. Praying you just walk back through that door and tell me that I'm only dreaming. You're not really gone as long as I believe. There will be another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my grace to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight. You always make my troubles feel so small, and you were always there to catch me when I fall. In a world where heroes come and go, well, God just took the only one I know. So I'll hold you as close as I can. Long for the day when I see your face again. But until then, I must need another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my
In a few moments, I'm going to light a candle of remembrance whilst we listen to some music, allowing time for reflection. If you would like to light a candle in your own home, please do so.
Don't you fear when you dream, waking up is never what it seems, like a jewel very deep, like a promise meant to keep. Just let your heart reach out to me. I'll be right by your side. Say goodnight, not goodbye. Just let your heart reach out to me. Keep my light in your eyes. Say goodnight, not goodbye. Say goodnight, not goodbye.
Feel no guilt and laughter, they know how much you care. Feel no sorrow in a smile that they're not there to share. You cannot grieve forever, they wouldn't want you to. They'd hope that you would carry on the way you always do. So talk about the old times, the ways you showed you cared, the days you spent together, and the good times that you shared. Let the memories surround you, a word somehow may say, will suddenly recapture a time, an hour, a day. That brings them back as clearly as though they were still here and fills you with the feeling that they are always near. For if you keep those memories, you will never be apart, and they will live forever, locked safe within your heart.
We are nearing the end of our service now as we come to our closing blessing and our final piece of music. Before we do so, I'd like to thank everybody who has joined us this evening in remembering our loved ones. Many thanks to Letham St Mark's for hosting this event and for all the many folk who have contributed their time and skills in bringing this event together. We have come together and remembered our loved ones, revisited grief and shed tears. But we have not finished, for it is to living and loving that we return, to cherish life around us in all its forms. So may the memory of love lost find comfort in the care of others, as we perceive the echoes of eternity in hope and healing, peace and time. and so to the blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields, until we meet again.